something.
Hello?
Hello?
Somebody in
Wait.
chat wrote. I heard ML7 is here. Can you confirm?
Who the fuck's ML7?
Who's ML7? I don't even know ML.
Oh my god.
Hello, chat. This is where's everyone? Okay, wait. This is Kragie, I think, or is it ML? I'm not sure. Like
Yeah, I'm up
over
there. I'm up there.
It's ML7, like over there, you know. So
Hello.
we decided to have a cosplay with I'm cosplaying ML. He's cosplaying me, so it's pretty good. I just need the beard, so I'm kind of sorry about that one. Then we're gonna talk about video games and streaming and stuff. So how was your day, Kragie and ML? Tell me about you today. Tell me what.
Well,
yeah. Go,
well,
Kragie.
it was good so far. I had to wake up early for this the best podcast on Twitch, BOGGED. So I had to wake up early for that. So a little bit tired. I had some breakfast now and feeling good.
That's crazy. What breakfast did you have?
Scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs. Whoa.
Scrambled
What about
eggs.
you?
What about me?
Yeah,
well, I
you-
had the same day. I woke up with Kragie, so.
You woke up with Kragie in the same bed, next to each other.
No, at the same time, dude.
Ah, okay. I thought there was some spicy drama here.
It wouldn't be drama, though.
It wouldn't
No.
be drama.
No, it wouldn't.
No, it would not. Well, well, I think the most important question right now is what do you think of the meta in Overwatch? Overwatch in general. I know a lot of people are like, I have a little bit more fun because I play Winston. I think ML isn't having fun in this current meta. What about
Yeah,
you,
what about you?
Kragie?
Oh well, I'm loving it. You know, I'm. Some people would call me a flex player, a jack of all trades. So, you know, it's a perfect meta for me. Play a lot of different things.
What do you think is the strongest character, DPS wise? The best characters you can play.
Right now, in like a good comp, probably like Sombra or Reaper.
A Sombra or a Reaper?
Sombra is pretty strong.
Some guy's strong as fuck, dude.
Why is Sombra so strong? Why is Reaper so strong?
Well, because I feel like one of the best metas right now is Rush comp, and they fit pretty well in there, especially since you can charge MP so fast, and you can just engage with the MP.
Do you think Ana is the best pick? ML?
I don't know what to say, dude. I think it's way too early for supports. Like, the support that you want to play is directly influenced, not necessarily by tanks, but by the DPS that are being played. Like, I've been trying Bop yesterday, and I still think he works. Ana can work. Everybody can work apart from Brick.
Everyone except Brigitte. I still hate
Yeah.
Brigitte. Whenever they pick Brick, I just get flashbacks, you know? I just get PTSD instantly. I'm just so scared. But tank-wise, I do believe that Winston is better. I like Winston right now. Winston is fun. And Orisa is playable as well. I don't think there's one tank that's too strong. I don't think there's one hero that's too OP right now. That's great. That's amazing. I think a lot of people could agree with me. I don't think
I
there's
concur.
one. Yeah, I don't think there's one meta. Sometimes you play dive, sometimes you play another comp, depending on the map. It's
Yeah, but
yeah.
it feels like it just defaults to rush camp, though. Like, that's my problem. Like, no matter what you want to start with, it feels like in the end it's still Reaper, Sombra, Lucio, Moira, dive tanks. How the fuck? How do you beat that? I mean, in ranked, it's ranked, you know, but
I think you usually
feels like
beat
in the
that by
middle.
poking it from afar without letting it get too close, you know?
yeah.
Well, that's kind of like back in. I don't know if you played pro back then. Right before Brick came out, the meta was dive, but people still played in EU. People played quad tank.
Yeah, I remember.
and NA made fun of it because they said, well, you just poke them and then you go in once they're low, but that never really happened. So
That was my favorite. I'm sorry, ML. That was my favorite moment in Contenders when Kragie was in British Hurricane and everyone was trash talking EU from NA. Everyone was trash talking EU. They were like, "Why are you playing quad tank? Why are you playing tanks? That's so bad. You just spam them." And then British Hurricane played against Fusion University. The unbeaten team in NA. They never lost at all. I think they didn't even lose a map.
I might have lost a map, but they never lost
They never lost a match. That's for sure.
yeah, match.
And then Kragie and British Hurricane, they were playing quad tag, and they would hide in the spawn of the enemy and just rush out at the beginning of the game, time and time again. I think you beat them 4-0.
I think it was 3-1.
3-1.
The one map we lost was not even because they played better. It was one person on the team that played really well, and that was Elk.
Elk?
Yeah, Elk. He hit like every time we engaged, he hit like a fat anti, and that was the only reason why we lost.
Can you tell me more about this whole fucking situation? I love it. I loved it because then NA was like, they just got lucky or something like that. I don't remember. They couldn't believe what they saw.
Well, so basically, we get there. The commentators that are there, they're both EU and NA. I think one of the big NA commentators' name was CP. And before we started all the matches, we went into an interview with all the casters and stuff. And CP was there, and already from that moment, he was trash talking us from playing quad tank. And I just remember we sat in there, we were like, well, we'll see what happens once we have the showdown match. And yeah, it was good stuff.
It was great. The trash talk between NA and EU, and the complete stomp from EU. Oh, I love it.
And also another really funny thing is that I'm pretty sure there was 4 NA teams that came to Poland to play.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was I can't remember what team was what's his name?
Was it an academy team?
Yeah, it was an academy team. I think it was like Toronto or something, academy team. Or something like that. But one of the teams came to EU early, like a week early, to get a little bit, like, have an advantage in terms of, like, time zone, stuff like that, so that we would get on a proper schedule and scrim EU teams. The first day they come, they scrim EU teams, and they play dive. And the next day, they're playing quad tank, because they couldn't beat quad tank in scrims.
Did you ever play in a team, ML? Except, we played as a team in a few tournaments. That was fun. Did you ever play any scrims?
In Overwatch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I actually had a plat Romanian team. And dude, we started. Dude, I was so bad in the first 1 or 2 seasons. And then, like, we got until we worked top 500, went to some lands in Romania, won a couple. And then eventually we disbanded because that's what happens in teams if you don't have an orc.
Yeah. I started off. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do you have more?
No, go.
Okay. I hate cutting off people, but I do it all the time. I started off in a Spanish team. And then I joined the Swiss team. And then I went to Swiss LANs. And we lost. We won, not lost. We won every LAN for a year. And that was really fun. But I remember... I think I remember the most about the Swiss LANs was that there was no competition whatsoever. It was free money. It was great. So you would go there and you would have fun, you would win, and then you get money and you go back. But another thing I remember about Switzerland is how ridiculously expensive it was. I would go to McDonald's, which was the cheapest place, and I would buy a Big Mac for 20 euros.
What the fuck?
It was 20 euros for a Big Mac. I was like, what the fuck is this? So, obviously, I win the money, but I spend it all to actually live in Switzerland for a few days because it's so ridiculously expensive there. I think a kebab, like a doner kebab, was like 15 euros or something. You know, it's ridiculous prices for everything. I remember when I arrived in Switzerland. So basically, what happened was, I don't like telling anyone about anything. So what happens is I get invited to this LAN, and I don't tell my mom about the LAN event. So I just leave to Switzerland one day for a LAN event. And I arrived there, and it turns out I don't have any signal on my phone. I don't have roaming. So I remembered the phone number. I managed to check it on my phone, and I went to a payphone to call the number. And I think it took me 11 euros to call them on a payphone. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh no.
So that was fun. I liked it.
Wait, how much were you winning from the lands?
So I think the small lands were like 200 or 300 euros, and the big ones you won first place like 400 euros. or something like that. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. I used to buy games with that money. It was good old times. I was still in school. Yeah, speaking of tournaments, remember the tournaments we played? What was the first one? There was the Echo tournament. There was another one. I forgot the name. In December. Breaking barriers.
Oh,
Breakable barriers. Oh my god. I remember. Well, did you like them? Did you enjoy it? The tournaments. What was your favorite memory from these tournaments? What do you remember the most?
I don't know.
No, I liked waking up early, dude.
That was good.
Yeah, like memories. Like
Playing.
when I was in high school, like I was going to League of Legends LANs, and it started with like bring your own computer in a big student hallway, and I had to fucking unplug my computer from night and then bring it over there like 9 a.m. and it went from 10 a.m. to like 2 a.m. if you went into the finals. Like just memories, but pain, you know.
Oh, so much pain.
Oh, well, if you're talking about just tournaments in general, that when I was on Singularity a long time ago, that was my first team. It's a small Danish organization, and their budget is very low. So when we had a tournament in the UK, instead of flying there, we rented a van and drove there.
Well, who drove it?
Our manager actually he went there, and there was the manager and someone else that could drive that drove there, and they just switched. Every time one of them got tired, the other one took over. Oh no, it was bad.
That reminds me of when Tvik drove the bus in For the Mayhem because they didn't have a driver. They got a bus. I remember Tvik telling me this, and also it was a pretty popular story, but I don't remember exactly how it went. Was basically they got a bus for the team to transfer them to another place, and they didn't get a bus driver, so Tvik had to drive the bus. So it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad, but it was all right. We won, so
yeah,
can't complain.
And it was
a
fun
trip. How I think you need a special type of driver license to drive a bus.
Yeah, you do.
It's like you have white categories. Why would Tvik have a one special for buses?
I don't know. Maybe it's different in NA. Do you
Maybe
need
a
Sweden, right?
Yeah, but it was an Overwatch League.
Maybe he was a former bus driver.
Maybe. And it's the same. Whoa.
Can you drive?
What?
Cars.
Me? I can drive cars, really? Yeah, I can. I have a car. I have a Peugeot 206. I think.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't even have a car.
You don't? Do you have a driver license?
Well, I have a driver's license, but I just play video games all day, so I don't really need a car.
That's a good point, actually. I remember the most ridiculous thing about the Flash Echo tournament was that we signed up for both tournaments, for both EU and NA, which was insane, which was ridiculously insane. It was, oh my god! Like, what time did the EU one start?
At 12.
It started at 12, and then we would play the entire day, and then after like 3-hour break, we would go to NA and play NA, or even less, like 2 hours or something. I would play the NA tournaments, and it was like more than 12 hours of tournament. And I remember how fucking tired I was. I had like Red Bulls next to me, drinking them, trying to keep shot calling, and it's just like, I can't. Hold up, guys. He's like, okay, guys, go. He's like, oh my. It was ridiculous, and I remember there were some teams that like, I think we were swapping roles or something. Some teams were really easy than some other teams. I remember we had one match where I think, I don't remember if we reverse swept them, but it was a really close match. The match continued for an hour and a half or something. Do you remember that match? It was really close. It was against an NA team, and we barely clutched it. We did win. We reversed them. It was last map was Lijiang.
Well, I don't remember it, dude.
It was me. I remember distinctly that Kabaji clutched Oasis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
I mean, I remember one game, but that was for EU. That was on Volskaya. That was like the last game that we. Pretty sure that was also a close series.
That was close. The Volskaya game. Wait, wasn't the Volskaya game? We won that game, and then we had Lijiang or something. Then we won Lijiang as well.
No, I think that's when we lost Bogur.
No, we did win. I have a clip of us winning in Lijiang. It was really close.
Are you saving it?
I save all of my wins, so I never forget.
Oh.
It was really cool. It was really close, and I really enjoyed it. I loved it so much because it was really intense, and we managed to reverse and we win. And I was like, "Oh my god, we actually won!" And I remember turning off everything and then having to go to sleep at like 5 a.m. only to have to wake up at 11 a.m. the next day for the next tournament. And I was like, just like those 2 days were really tight, and we just kept going. It never felt we had a break in those 2 days. Just go, 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 go.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun.
I enjoyed it so much. Oh my god. So, okay, forget that. I love asking people something in my podcast. I like asking them what is their first memory about me. So, for example, my first memory of ML7 was me absolutely. Oh, I hated ML back in the day so much. I actually despised him because he was playing Ana. You were playing Ana in Mercy meta.
Yeah, so
He was one drinking Ana. He was one drinking Ana in Mercy meta. I hated him with a passion. I would get ML in my game. I remember it was on Anubis. I was just thinking to myself, why is this Romanian guy playing fucking Ana? Oh my god. I hated it so much. And for Kragie, I remember my first distinct memory, like except like my experience with him was he said, so basically they had Graph, and Kragie was like, okay, they have Graph, so I'm gonna swap to Genji and deflect Graph. So you swapped to Genji from spawn. It was like last fight, you deflected Graph and we won the game. And I was like, damn.
Oh, easy clap.
I was like, damn. That was
I like how the memories like balanced out.
Yeah, it's not,
yeah.
well, Kragie isn't an Ana one trick, you know. It's like, come on. Do you have any memories of me or each other?
You go, Kragie.
I mean, honestly, dude, like, so I have this system in my brain where I sort certain information, and usually Overwatch ranked games are not on the top priority list of
How are they not?
Of my memory.
It's your job
So,
to play Overwatch ranked.
I don't know. It's I can't remember, honestly.
You don't remember anything about me or ML?
Not from like the first encounter, no.
No, just
because I found out about this. So I was in Shanghai for World Cup, and and apparently Emil was there. I can't remember that.
I remember you were talking to Meza a lot.
Yeah,
no.
I can't even remember that. So
wow, that's wild. We never got to play in the World Cup, Bulgaria at least. I mean, back in the day we did, but last 2 years we didn't. That's kind of sad. It made me sad. What about you?
Do you guys not have high enough SR or something like that to be on the list?
The year before last year, yeah, we didn't. I remember I had like, I don't remember. I had like a 4.6 account and then like one more 4.5 account. And I knew another person had like a 4.5 account. Either way, we didn't make it. And I was like, and we still were like at 4 KSR or something. So I was like, damn, I just need more 4.6 accounts.
You know how we made it?
How?
We had like a couple of 4.6, 4.5k players, and we all had like 3 or 4 alts in 4.5k.
Yeah.
So it lifts up this.
No, it didn't happen for us. No. I mean, even if we went there, it would be funny. Like 2 4.5 players, and then everyone else is plat. And you're just sitting there and playing, hey guys, it's me. It's like, what up? Just get stopped. What about you, ML? Do you have any fond memories of me or Kragie?
Dude, Bogur, I was actually thinking, and I think that my first memory of you was scrolling to the Twitch category and seeing that there's a main tank player from Bulgaria, and I was like, Borg! You know? And then in game, I guess you're Winston overall, but I don't have a specific memory. And with Kragie, my first memory of Kragie, oh my god, dude. I'm not gonna say who, but I remember somebody told me that Kragie was like the cockiest person alive and he can't stand him. And I was like, dude, like Kragie's rank was rank 1 back then, a really good player, whatever. And I was like, oh my god, dude, Kragie's so arrogant, so whatever.
Yeah.
And then I said, he turned out he's a nice dude, actually.
That is the general consensus about people that are like high ranked. They're always, oh, these guys are so egoistical, so cocky. I hate these people. I know where it comes from. I think it comes from rank. I think because these people are like lowest R or something, and usually we say some mean stuff to lowest R people sometimes, and they assume that we're the worst people ever.
True.
True.
That is very true.
Oh yeah. What is the secret to getting top 10 all the time, Kragie? And top 1? And ML as well, because you're also top 1 and top 10 all the time.
What, you want 10 bogur?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I make it. Sometimes I get there, but there's times I'm just like, I don't know. Usually when I duo with somebody, I get there. But most of the time, I don't duo. When we play with Kragie, we win all the time. We never lost a game.
We win a lot of games. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of them is just, understanding the ranked games and see how you can get the most value out of whatever you're doing. Like for example, like sometimes when I play Tracer and I see I do my thing, I pulse bombs the tanks and we kill the tanks, but we still lose. Like I try and figure out what the problem is, and then if I find out the problem, like let's say maybe their Widow in the bag is completely pooping on us, then I might swap to Widow and showcase the Widow maker for the enemy team, and we're gonna lose even harder that way. But sometimes we might win, but just try and figure out what problems you need to fix, and yeah.
I mean, it's easy for you because you're really flexible. But what about ML?
What do you mean, what about me? I'm flexible. Dude, bogur, are you in 2017 thinking I can only play Ana?
No, I know you're flexible now, but I remember when you played only Ana, and then you swapped to Baptiste, and you played Baptiste as well. I was like, what is this timeline? What is going on? Whoa!
Dude, but with Ana, I got I didn't get top 10 with her only. In that meta, I finished I think 14. So close to top 10 with that. And about winning and stuff, I know how it's gonna sound, but I just don't care.
That's true.
Because I noticed that I was very passionate when I was playing, strategies, call-outs, trying to prevent conflicts, the DPS trying to flame the other DPS for not pulling his weight and stuff. And when I started ignoring that and just doing my own job, I was thinking, if this would be a team and I would have a coach behind me, I need to do perfectly so the coach doesn't even think that he's going to remove me from the team. Perfect attitude, perfect play, doesn't matter if I win or lose. That's it for me.
It's actually true. The less you care, the more you win. To be honest. It is true. Because the less you care, the more you think about your own gameplay. Because you just need to ignore the other people in your team. I just tell them to shut up. Or I just mute them. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it when somebody starts blaming you for something. I kill 4 people. It's like, why didn't you kill 5 or something? I don't know. People are stupid. It makes me mad. But when you get mad, you start losing. When you start caring, you start losing. So as long as you don't care, you win more.
True.
You need to be relaxed. You just need to. You need to be in a state of zen. know.
Yes.
I love not caring about the game. I don't think my teammates like it that much because sometimes I take it overboard, and I really don't care about the games. But oh my god.
It's not like you don't care about the game. You don't care about what other people are doing in the game near you. You still do your own thing. You still care about playing and stuff.
Yeah.
Not necessarily about winning or losing, but you don't care if your Tracer is feeding or if your Mercy is not swapping or some shit. You just detach, in a zen state.
You need to just stop thinking about other people so you can spend more resources on yourself.
It's good that you have that mentality, bogur. You just gotta find the plays, and when you go.
Yeah.
You should watch Kragie play tank.
I should watch Kragie play tank. My Winston is clean. Hello, nobody can even come close.
Oh, my
to
Winston
my
is
juggles.
nuts as well.
We should do a Winston 1v1 juggle. We should make an arena and juggle each other off the map.
We can do a Ryan 1v1 bogur.
Ryan
I'll
1v1,
roll your
Everybody
ass.
who says that gets rolled by me. But maybe
I'll
Kragie is the
roll
flex
your ass.
god. After all, he was a contenders champion. Kragie.
True.
True. And yeah, of course. Wait, I have another question. I never know how to answer this question. People come into my stream and ask me, how do I climb out of plat? And I'm always like, I don't know. Just win games. Like, it's just a win. What do you say? I don't say it. Like, I'm just literally like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I know what you're doing wrong. I don't know. I can't give you... I can't tell you why you're in plat. I can't. Maybe you're bad. Maybe you have bad internet. Maybe, I don't know. But I know one thing for sure. It's not your team's fault. That's for sure. That's not why you're stuck in plat.
True. Well, I mean, maybe ML7 knows this one. He's the wise person.
He's the wise one. Is he on top of a mountain sitting there just like meditating?
He's got the beard going, you know.
He has the beanie going, like every...
Yeah.
I just told them not to die. But for support, it's easy. I know it's forehead, but it's easy as fuck.
Oh my
I remember
God.
when I was playing in season 7 or 8, and I checked my stats. I was dying like 7 or 8 times in 10 minutes. Back then, you know?
Mhm.
And then I like tried to die less somehow, only actively thinking about not dying. And then suddenly I started winning more because supports need to die last. Like, at least for a flex support. Anas less, then they need to die last. They can't die first, you know?
Yeah.
And it actually works, and people go like, oh my fucking god, forehead, just win and don't die.
Just don't die and win. If you kill more and die less, you're gonna win. Like, oh my god, I can't believe it. So smart. ML
That's
just
the
figured out ranked. Oh my god.
So smart.
The infinite wisdom of ML7 has blessed us all. Wait. What was your favorite meta?
The meta right before Brick came out.
Which
'Cause-
was? Dive.
Well, in ranked it was dive, but you play quad tank. I feel like you could play a lot of different things back then. And if that meta was there for a significant more time, we would have probably found another meta than quad tank. Because I think it was moving towards quad tank. And then, I mean, if it was out for like a couple more seasons, people would have probably found another counter to it. So back then, I think the game was pretty balanced back then. I was like, when did Brick come out? Like season 10, 11, somewhere around that.
Everything changed. Do you remember how broken Brigitte was? When she came
Yeah.
out? I think she had 700 shield more. I remember 600. She had her stun was longer duration. She could stun on a wider angle, like wider stuff. She could fly up. She could boost herself with the whip and the shield. She could stun through shields. Her armor from the ultimate stayed infinitely.
Oh yeah.
What else? There was more stuff. Oh, what?
She was strong as fuck.
Yeah, she could also one shot with stun and flail. That was also a thing.
You know what I never understood about them releasing Brig?
Mm-hmm.
Brig is literally... Have any of you played League of Legends? By the way, or
Yeah.
at least...
I did.
You know Braum?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's literally Braum from League of Legends. And Braum got released like 2 or 3 years ago. And League of Legends is like from what, 5 or 6 years ago. And Braum has the highest pick rate out of every hero since he got released overall. Like insanely high pick rate. Just because he has a shield, melee, a lot of heal. Brig is literally that exact same thing.
Turns out adding a shield and healing to the same character is pretty damn good. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the stun. I think Braum also has a stun. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Wait, you also play League, Kragie?
Yeah, I used to play League.
Wait, how much have you played League, both of you?
Well, I played early seasons. I think I stopped season 4.
I played back in the day, 2012, when Vayne came out. And then I recently played
Whoa.
again. Yeah. What
I
about
don't
you,
remember
Mo?
when. I played a lot. I was challenger.
What
at
roles
full
were
steam.
you?
I initially played AD carry on U East and West. I got to Masters, and then I swapped to jungler because I was more of a passive shot calling AD carry, you know, like Caitlyn stay in the back, pew pew.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And then I
playing.
swapped to jungler. So
I hated playing against Caitlyn. That was also ADC.
she's so fucking annoying. Stay in the distance.
I climbed a lot back when Cock Mall was pretty good. Oh, dude, that little worm, dude, just fucking activate the spit and just from across the map just go.
Yeah, so fucking annoying.
It was good.
I played AD carry recently, and I played Caitlyn, and I had fun Caitlyn, but then I discovered Seth. Do you know Seth?
What the fuck is that?
He's a big, strong
Seth.
guy who beats people up with his fists. And he's on
As an
top
AD
lane.
carry?
No, he's top lane.
I stopped playing.
And
Wait a minute.
he's oh my god, I experienced such a sense of satisfaction when I play that character, because that character is big strong man, big muscly man that beats up everyone with his hands, and then his ult is like in wrestling. He grabs them and he fucking goes with them, breaks their necks. It's like, I love it so much. It's so fun. I figured out that this is my true calling, playing that hero. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I need a hero like that in Overwatch. Just beats everyone up with his fists.
Welcome
it's
to Doom.
Doomfist. Hold up. Hold up.
Hold up.
I mean a tank character. Imagine a tank character that instead of like with a hammer, he just beats people with his fists. It's like, that's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
stop Doomfist tank.
Yeah, give him 400 HP, make him a lot larger, and just beat everyone up with your fists. It's just like punch them, uppercut them. Wait, that is
Yeah,
Doomfist. Hold on.
That would be pretty good.
And
That
his
would be
ult
pretty good.
would be him grabbing an enemy and then throwing them in the air together with him, and then slamming them on the ground and stunning everyone. I should be a game designer. Actually.
You should.
Oh my god, so much creativity in one Bulgarian man.
Yes. Yes.
So easy. Oh my god, I could fix this game actually.
A lot of people could fix this game.
Do you think
But,
Overwatch 2 will fix the game?
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
I think, personally, that what's gonna happen, you can quote me on that when it happens, is that Overwatch 2 is gonna come out, everyone's gonna come back for a little while, like all the famous streamers like Seagull, Tim the Tatman and stuff, XQC, they're gonna play for a week or two or a month max, and then they're gonna leave again. And then everyone's gonna get bored again, and everyone's gonna complain, and then Blizzard are gonna give up. That's my timeline of things happening with the
So you
Overwatch
mean
2.
give up?
Like, because I remember what happened with Heroes of the Storm and like StarCraft 2 when they released big patches that were supposed to change the entire game. Like Heroes of the Storm 2.0 came out, and they really hoped that it would make the game, you know, different. I mean, bring back the players, and players would stay, and players still kept leaving, and then they just gave up, and they kind of just kicked out of the developers, you know? They just took all the developers from Heroes of the Storm. And StarCraft 2, when they released like expansion pack and stuff, and that also didn't happen, and like it never got revived. And I think Overwatch 2, with Overwatch 2, if they see that Overwatch 2 doesn't bring in the player base, doesn't make them stay, they're gonna slowly take developers out of Overwatch, and they're gonna focus on another game or something.
Yep. I think that's gonna happen as well. As that people are gonna come back to it, and then they're gonna realize why they quit in the first place, and then they're gonna quit again.
Yeah, but what don't you like about it? Like, that's my question.
About what?
About Overwatch.
Well, here's the thing. I think Overwatch is fine as a game, but I do think it's kind of stale, in the sense that if you look at any other popular game, they release these events and these things, pretty big events and pretty big like things happening all the time. For us, it's like a spray event and a skin event, like the Tracer one right now, which isn't anything too huge, and then recycling the same old events from last year's. So the first year, there were the really fun events that came out, and it was really exciting and hype. I had a lot of fun. Then second year, it was the same events, but they changed it a bit. So it was fine. Then third and fourth year, it was the same exact thing as last year's. They just changed the skins. That's it. There's nothing new that is going to happen. I don't expect anything new to happen. I don't expect anything interesting to happen. It's just recycling the same old stuff and then making these these little events that are happening right now, which boosts Twitch viewership for streamers and for Overwatch, and also brings in people so they actually play the game for the skins and the sprays. But other than that, there's nothing insanely hype. For example, like League has these really hype events that happen all the time, and there's like a lot of skins for heroes that completely change them, and there are new challenges and new modes and stuff. And here it's like, yeah, it's gonna be Halloween again. We're gonna play Junkenstein's Revenge for the 5th time. Yo, let's go! It's like what? I don't want to. And nobody cares anymore.
Isn't CS:GO the same?
Yeah, but CS:GO is CS:GO. Yeah, exactly. I mean, CS:GO is CS:GO.
You're still gonna play it.
Yeah, but like the difference between CS:GO and Overwatch is that CS has been around for like 20 years. You know, people are just they know what to expect from CS, and they've been there for a long time. And there's a really massive fan base that's been there forever, and they love playing the game no matter what happens. They don't need to do much. But Overwatch been out for like 4 years. It doesn't have that insanely dedicated community. Overwatch as a game, I don't think it's not fun. I think it's a fun game. I think I don't enjoy it as much because I am bored from it and worn out. And I think a lot of streamers and a lot of pro players are worn out and bored from Overwatch as well. And you know, the lack of meaningful events and stuff to actually really make things hype, it makes it even more boring. But as a game, I don't think it's a bad game. I think it's really fun. I think the characters are fun. I think the gameplay is fun. It's fast paced sometimes it's slow, whatever, you know. There's a lot of variation. It's both simple and really complicated depending how you make it for yourself. And there's like even the pro play is fine, but you know, except the fact that there's no real funding for tier 2. Except that playing pro in a team and communicating and popping off, that's also fun. But it's stale. It's stale, and new heroes, instead of making the game more fun, most of the time they just make the game less fun. And that's also a big issue.
I think it's stale. You go, Kragie, sorry.
I feel like one thing for CSGO as well is that the pro community for CSGO kind of carries the game a lot.
True.
Like the tournaments there are huge and have big viewership, where like if the same happens for Overwatch, then I can definitely see that Overwatch going down the CSGO route. But it's like, so like for example, when you look at CSGO, it's like it goes down and then it gets revived again once the tournaments come up and all that kind of stuff. But you know, there's not like Overwatch League is the biggest tournament in Overwatch, and it gets like nowhere near the same amount of views as like the big CSGO tournaments.
I agree.
It feels like they're forcing it, you know,
Yeah.
like Overwatch League. It feels like completely forced. You just need to let it run its own course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I think that like what Kragie said is right, and if Overwatch manages to get this natural flowing pro scene, the game will be really good. You know, with good balancing and stuff and decent events, it could be really good. But Overwatch League is forced. They don't allow free tournaments, they don't allow sponsors, they don't allow a lot of things. And then
Yeah, I don't know why.
because they want to own everything, but they can't own everything because then they own nothing because the game won't succeed. So
Yeah, exactly. I
tier-
think they're gonna remove the restrictions.
yeah, tier 2 is falling apart because all the organizations are dropping, and most of them drop. Like a year ago when I played professionally, there were like 6 academy teams in NA and like 2 teams that like were sponsored and stuff. And now I think there's 1 or 2. There's Boston, and that's actually it. I'm not sure about any other NA team that has an org behind it. And EU has British Hurricane. I'm sorry, what?
No, I was saying that's it.
Yeah. And I think that's really sad because tier 2 doesn't succeed, so new players don't come in, so new talent doesn't come to tier 1 to Overwatch League. And even the Overwatch League tournaments, the biggest ones, aren't even that impressive in terms of viewership, and like just normal CS tournaments beats them. And
you know why? Because the fans cannot connect to the players. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily. I mean, obviously, it's 95% Blizzard's fault, but on the second side, there's like a stigma towards ranked and streamers in general when that's actually their best marketability in order to get picked up by Overwatch League. I know a ton of players, amazing in contenders. When I was playing as well, for teams like they were really fucking good, but nobody knew of them. And it's the same in contenders right now. Like there are tons of really good players, but then they treat rank like shit, or they act entitled as in, I stream 6 hours a day. You're a streamer. I know better than you. Instead of like, dude, for me at least as a streamer, I'm really hyped up to see like aspiring pro players like every day playing. And if I like them, then I try to hype them up. Maybe I host them. My chat maybe talks about them. So like they can get chances of getting picked up. And I think that the only way to revive tier 2 is if the players somehow realize that we're all in this together. Ranked players, streamers, tier 2, like if you're not in Overwatch League, we're all in this together. Because like I feel like it's like this type of thing, like yeah, well I stream 12 hours a day and Blizzard doesn't want to sponsor me. What can I do? What's wrong? Only 2 people watch me play. What's wrong? Hello, it's a business. You're an entertainer with your play. You're a professional athlete, but you're also an entertainer.
I agree.
And there are like, let's be honest right now. After a certain point, you might not agree with me, but I think that after a certain point, when your mechanics are solid and you can understand, you can like fully grasp the game. The only factor that matters is like proper coaching / understanding of team compositions. So when you reach a certain skill level, it's mostly about coaching. Like we're all the same. We're like these many people in the same skill rating, and the only way to differentiate each other is literally a coach picks 6 people and you coach them differently.
Yeah.
So it comes from us.
In tier 2, usually at higher levels of tier 2, I don't think there's such a big difference between each main tank and each like DPS and stuff between them. Obviously there's small things, but I think the biggest difference between them is their coaches and how well they're coached and their synergy. And synergy comes a long way to making a team good. I don't think in Overwatch, like however you look at it, like obviously they're insane players, like from EU currently that I can think of, like Kester and Onigo, they're insane. For example, Shockwave, they're really good and stuff. And these players, I don't think it's just purely on them. Like it's all about their team creating enough space for them to pop off and them having synergy with their team to actually pop off. Like I don't think if you put a good player in a bad team, that good player is gonna carry the team in pro play.
Sure.
It doesn't happen. It can't happen. And in terms of people not being like not entertaining or not like showing themselves and stuff, I think some people just don't care enough because they don't see a future in it. So they're in this middle ground where they don't care that much, but at the same time they want to succeed. And you can't do that. You need to go all in either one of those 2 directions. You can't be like, what I learned from trying to go pro is that you need to go all in and you need to give everything. And then if you don't do that, you're never gonna succeed. Because
What do you mean by going all in?
But by that I mean you really need to be dedicated to actually go and make it there. You need to give it your everything.
Yeah.
You can't be sitting there and just hoping things work out.
Yeah, but this is where a lot of players make the mistake, my opinion. Like, I've been trying to go pro overall since I was 14 years old. Overwatch is my 3rd game. I realize my priorities right now. I don't have any interest in playing professionally right now. But my main mistake was like I had the same mentality. I need to go all in. I was playing 12 to 14 hours a day, but I was just playing. It's more than that.
Yeah.
It's more than you got to go all in and scream every day, play every tournament, be perfect. It's more of the external factors that help you.
Yeah.
I think. Like the things that miss about teams in general is that usually like you have a designer that designs some yay, we won 3-0 against that team. Like what Komegalun? And like you don't have somebody that's trying to build a brand behind them. You can't put a name, a face to the name. Like that's what I'm trying to say.
Well, here's the thing. I agree with you. I didn't mean go all in one thing, like just scrim all the time, because you scrimming all the time won't work. You need to scrim a decent amount. You need to VOD review. You need to brand yourself. You need to, talk and make connections to other people. By going all in, I mean, you shouldn't be there just for the money, or you shouldn't be there just maybe it happens. You need to work towards it happening, and that means going through every little circle, like everything. Like imagine it's like you need to check this list, and need to check everything a little by little. You can't just keep checking the same box over and over again where it's scrim time. You won't succeed if you just scrim and you don't like build your brand or whatever. You need to do everything and you need to grow slowly, you know? If you just scrim and you become really good mechanically and you don't do the other stuff, you're just gonna be good mechanically. Nobody's gonna pick you up, nobody's gonna know about you, you know? And then you have designers, and the designers usually it's so boring sometimes. The designers are so boring. It's the same old graphic posted over a different score and a different picture on top. It's like, yeah, my job here is done. 5 minutes, I'm done. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Bye, guys. I've had so many I have so many designers and manager stuff that like did the bare minimum, that left, and they're like, oh, why are we not succeeding? Why it's not happening? Oh my god, it's hard, but everyone's in it. Everyone's in it. How did you succeed, Kragie, in becoming pro? How did you make it?
Well, it started out by me playing the game, and then I was doing pretty well on ladder, and then I got invited to a Danish Discord, and then one of the people in there, he wanted to make a team, so he started asking people around the trials. Then I tried out for the team. I popped off, so I got invited, and then it just kind of like went from there. Just starting to get better. I don't even know if we had a coach back then. Like it was that low in the tier. But yeah, we slowly got better. Got into tournaments. Then contenders happened, and I got invited to so that organization had 2 teams, and I was on the B team. So then I got invited to the A team, and then I got invited to World Cup. So it's just like a constant grind. Like it's like a slow paced marathon.
So you got scouted, right?
Yeah, I got scouted. Yeah.
Actually, speaking of the World Cup is the best way to get scouted. It really is.
It's really good.
It really is. It's insane. I remember Fusions got scouted for Overwatch League because of World Cup, and many other players as well. And now the World Cup didn't happen, and last year's World Cup was a joke. It really was. It was a joke. I hated it so much. I hated everything about it. I'll be honest. It tilted me so much because
Did you play?
I scrimmed with Team Bulgaria. We did, like, I remember we were last place. There were 50 rankings. We were last place 50 because nobody knew what the fuck was Bulgaria even. So the Iceland was top 8 or something, and we played against Iceland in the tournament and we beat them. And I was like, hold on, wait a minute, what the fuck just happened? And I remember we jumped from 50 to 11th place or something. And I remember also one viewer bet $70 on that match. He bet again on our team, on Team Bulgaria. And the odds were so bad for us that he won 540 euros. From that, from 70 euros, he won 540 euros because he bet on us. I was like, oh, that's insane.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was wild. Okay, and World Cup is actually really insane, and it's really sad that World Cup like basically didn't happen the year before this. It didn't happen. It wasn't a thing. I think
World Cup when I played, it was such a good experience. ML7 probably knows that Blizzard really took care of players back then.
You know, I actually did some math, Greg. You know how much I think they spent? They spent like close to $1 million on accommodation, flying people, paying them.
Yeah, I can believe that.
A lot of stuff.
It's crazy. It was in China, Australia, America, and somewhere else. France.
Yeah, I remember.
And I'm pretty sure everywhere they put the players in 5-star hotels.
It's insane. I remember looking at the stream and stuff. Everything was so hype. Everything was so good. Everything was insanely exciting to watch. Like watching my friends and ex-teammates or whatever just playing around the world and competing, and like people from ranked and stuff. And I was like, oh my god, what's going on? This is so high. It was insane. I remember Fusions playing against Muma in one of the World Cups. It was Fusions against Muma, and Fusions completely demolished Muma, and everyone was so hype about Fusions. I was like, oh my god, Fusions. It's like yes. And I loved it. I think it's also that World Cup where GOATS was becoming meta, and like NA teams didn't believe it, and Korean teams also, and EU teams whipped out goats, and they kind of stomped through the teams. They kind of like, I remember they destroyed USA, and I remember they played against Korea, and Korea was kind of confused. They're like, what is going on? What is this composition? Like, what is this? Yeah, it was fun. Okay, we don't have much time, so I wanna ask people in chat to ask questions, and we will answer them. So, any questions, as long as it's not how do I get out of plat, or is it, sometimes people ask the most stupid questions in chat. It's insane. During the break of burying historians, how are you so beautiful? Oh, I'm just cosplaying my favorite streamer, that's it. That's the secret.
Kragie, right?
Yeah, it's Kragie.
Yeah.
I remember, okay, so while people are thinking about questions, ask away, don't be shy. I remember on the Echo tournament, I had in my title, it was written tournament, okay? Echo tournament. In my game window, I was streaming on, it said, I'm playing a tournament. I had a chat command saying, I'm playing a tournament. And people would come in, it's like, are these scrims? I was like, how? It's like, come. It made me so mad. It was insane. I just couldn't believe it. Okay.
It is what it is.
Okay, so somebody said we made their side there a bit better, so that's really cool. What do we hope to see with Overwatch 2?
I hope to see a lot of things change. Fundamentals kept intact, but a lot of big changes, a lot of new characters. Like I don't know how many they plan on adding, like 4 or 5 new characters that might shake it up a lot instead of just having like one character added. New game mode. Just like it's kind of like how you would upgrade from like Counter-Strike, what was before CS:GO to CS:GO. So like the fundamentals are still the same, but it feels like a new game in a way.
Yeah.
What about you, ML?
I want more heroes. I think that the only way, dude, I think that Overwatch needs 3 things. We need like more heroes released faster, first of all, because it's almost impossible to balance because everybody's gonna bitch whatever meta you have. So we need more heroes in Overwatch 2, and they need to upgrade the release rate. We need more maps, and regarding maps, add more maps and add map bans so you can actually like strategize around them a bit more, like in ranked or some shit, whatever, like map pools. I think it would be really cool. So you can see which maps are good, which maps aren't good, so you can rework them. And third, we need more tournaments.
Yes,
we need
I want tournaments so
2 times a month tournaments, like where both pro players, streamers, open division, anything. Anybody can join in. I think that's what builds the community together. And I've always said this, I really don't understand it. Why can't they make tournaments and like a charity tournament? Like you play on the Play Overwatch channel on YouTube, it gets casted by somebody from there, and it's like a fundraiser. I think almost every streamer would participate in that. For players as well. It's a good way to get scouted. I don't understand it. Like, it's simple.
More tournaments, like just more tournaments. I want them to release like 4 characters at the same time to make the meta completely wild. Nobody knows what's happening. That's fun. I like when it's like that. Nobody knows what's going on. And I want more tournaments for sure. More tournaments are so important. Oh, it's just so good. Like, tournaments are so good because people watch the section a lot. They watch Overwatch because all these streamers are playing. And it's also a lot of hype and creates a lot of like these stories and stuff, like with the Echo tournament, and it's just really good all around. I love every second about. I love competing. I don't find a reason to compete in Overwatch, like in contenders in Overwatch. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
They should definitely do a lot of tournaments in the start of Overwatch 2, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like when all the people are coming back, do some tournaments then.
When when Overwatch 2 comes out. Okay.
Yeah.
What would you do if you're not streamers?
ML7?
If I wasn't a streamer, I'd be a lawyer, I guess.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'd be a lawyer.
Is it 4 years to become a lawyer? 5?
4 years to get your bachelor's degree, and after that you need to pass the bar exam, which is like in 2 months after you you
I
get
see.
your bachelor's degree.
I see. What about you, Kragie?
I would probably I would have been done with my bachelor this summer then if I kept myself on track, and then I would have probably started working now. I think that's well, yeah, probably in the financial industry, I think it's called.
If I wasn't streaming, I would probably be homeless. Let's be honest.
Big.
I mean, I am studying cybersecurity right now, but I didn't start cybersecurity until I started streaming, so I know what I would have been doing. I want to become a doctor. That's one thing that I want to become. But then I went there and I looked at the people and they looked really sad. The people that were studying medicine. So I asked one person how many years have been in this university studying, and he said 7. And I looked at him and he said 7. I was like, 7 years? And I was like, yeah, I have 3 more years to go. I was like, you have 3 more years to go? I was like, nah, nah, that's not for me. No. No. Oh my god. What was your first experience with video games?
I went to one of my old friend's house, and he bought a gaming laptop. I think it was MSI back then, and he was like, "Hey, you need to try this game. It's called Minecraft." And then I was like, "Yeah, sure, I could try it." And then he had his own server, and then I got my own computer and started playing Minecraft from my home because I would have to go to his house every day to play it. And then so I got my own laptop and then played Minecraft from there. Yeah. But like the first memory, that was like when I was like very young, and I was out probably watching my brother play football, and I used my mom's what do you call it, in Nokia? That's how I say it in Denmark.
Nokia.
Yeah, that phone, and played Snake on it. That was like my first memory. But like video games on a computer would be mine.
Mine was Half-Life 1. I was 3 years old.
No.
My brother put on a PC and he was playing Half-Life, and then he made me play Half-Life with him. And I played Half-Life 1 when I was like 3 years old. Gamer from birth. It was really fun. I still love Half-Life. It's really... Oh, Half-Life is something else for me. I'm really sad that I don't have a VR to play Half-Life Alyx. What about you, ML?
I remember I don't think it's called PlayStation. I played games on the TV, you know? How was it called? Like you had a box at a TV, you know?
There are many boxes combined with a TV that make consoles.
Oh my god, bogur, dude, I can't express myself. Well, like 15 or 16 years ago, I can't remember. The ones that you were like shooting ducks with. GameCube, I think. I don't know.
Oh, the shooting ducks one. Was it
Yeah,
the
something
GameCube?
like that. I don't know how it's called.
An Atari?
I don't know, dude.
I think I know what he's talking about.
I know what he's
like,
talking about as well.
Yeah, probably a game or something else in that.
I mean, it was Duck Hunt, but I don't know what console. I never had a console. I had a PlayStation 4 that I sold to be able to pay my rent 2 years ago. It was good. Good decision making.
Nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, I played with one of those as well, where it's like, you know, kind of like in the arcade where you have like the joystick or whatever,
NES?
and then you like click on the 3 buttons or whatever.
Yeah, I think yes. Yeah.
NES. How old were you?
I can't remember, dude. Younger.
Younger, definitely younger. Definitely younger. It was less than now. Wait, how old are you right now, Mo? 24?
I'm 69.
You 69 years old? Yo, PogChamp! It's like.
I'm 25.
Okay.
How's that AC?
Oh my god, it's so cool, Kragie.
You have an AC now? Oh my god. I have an AC as well.
We can see it. You're flexing with it in the background, Bogur. I was like, oh my god, who the fuck puts the camera on the AC?
Of course. It's a premium commodity in Europe to have an AC. Not having an AC is the norm, but having an AC, you're just on another level, you know? They might be bigger streamers. They might big like lawyers or whatever, but they don't have an AC. So you win.
Is it loud?
I don't know, but at least it's not hot as shit every night, so I can fall asleep. So that's a win-win situation. Okay,
True.
last question. Like, imagine the How to Be a Millionaire song. You know the theme song? Do you know the theme song from How to Be a
Yeah.
Millionaire? Yeah, imagine that. What would you say is the best thing and the worst of playing Overwatch?
ML?
Why you
ML?
me? I'm thinking.
ML, please,
Oh
ML.
my
Go ahead.
Worst thing about playing Overwatch. You know, I think I absolutely love the game. I guess the one thing that is works about playing Overwatch and me loving the game so much is that I feel that is like just doesn't care about people that care. They care. It's like friends are bigger than connections. You know, it's like no matter how hard you work, you're still gonna feel ignored.
Yeah,
As a streamer, as a tier 2 player, as a tier 3 player. So it's not necessarily the game; it's more of the company
I agree.
overall.
I agree.
And the best thing about it, I guess the thing that I love the most, it's because it's a combination between League of Legends and Overwatch from a mechanical point League of Legends and CS 1.6 from a mechanical point of view. Both games that I played, so I can use my aim and my ability understanding to play it. And yeah, that's from a game point of view. And from a community point of view, I know it's gonna sound cringe, but I'm incredibly grateful for the game overall. It literally changed my life, and I think it changed all of our lives here.
Yeah,
Being able to interact with people from all around the world
yeah,
while playing video games, while having fun. Like it's just like imagining these things when I was younger, like impossible. Like I don't know, it's like touches you here, you know, you can't
It
express
does.
it.
Yeah.
Touches you here, you know, like I'm just grateful for it.
What about you, Kragie?
Yeah, well, the worst things is definitely the frustrations it brings. It's like you have like a love-hate relationship to it, to the game. And it's like, you love it, you have passion for it, and it just feels like you get screwed over so many times. You want the game to succeed, you want the game to do good, and then you see what Blizzard does to it sometimes, and you're like, oh my, what are you doing? So it really frustrates you sometimes. But the good thing is definitely, like ML7 said, it has changed all of our lives. The opportunities that it's given me and everyone in here, it's hard to put words on it. But
We
Yeah.
know it.
I would,
we know it.
I would personally describe Overwatch as a abusive relationship. Imagine, I like to imagine Overwatch as a girlfriend of 4 years. At the beginning, the first year or two, we had fun. We had good memories. We made friends together. We experienced the world together. It was really good. It was really enjoyable. And then later on, she started to change. She became different. No longer
Yes.
herself. She became more toxic. She stopped
Yes.
listening to me.
Yes.
She started acting more aggressive towards me. And
Yes,
every
yes.
time I try to leave her, I keep coming back because of those good memories from back in the day, from way back in the
Yes.
day. I keep coming back. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be
Yes.
different this time. But it's never different. She's still a piece of shit towards me. It never changes, It never does. But
Yes.
so the worst thing about Overwatch is, personally, I personally believe that developers really don't care, like you said. Like, I hate it so much. They don't. I think though recently they started caring more because new patches started coming out pretty frequently. Sometimes questionable, sometimes good, but it's new patches, okay? So it's good. And I hate about Overwatch is how stale it becomes because of the lack of new content and tournaments. I actually no, the thing I hate the most about Overwatch is the lack of tournaments. I hate it so much. I hate the way they treat the pro scene. Fuck everything else. The gameplay could be fun. The gameplay is fun sometimes. But if it had more tournaments and a better pro scene, it could be so much better with such better community, and people would stay much longer, and there will be more hype around the pro scene, and there will be more stories to tell. I just want that to be fixed. I think it's gonna be the biggest step to fixing the game is to actually make the pro scene good, and like actually good, like CS level good, like League of Legends level good, where I know the players, I like the players because they have a different personalities, and there's always tournaments happening, and these tournaments are really hype. he's the winner of the, I don't know, August Championship or something. I don't know, you know, the major, like, I don't know, something like that. It doesn't feel cool to win Overwatch League. It doesn't. I don't feel anything when somebody wins Overwatch League. It's like, yeah, that's cool. But when somebody wins a big major tournament, it's like, yes, fuck yes, you know? It's really good. And the thing I love the most about Overwatch is the friends I made along the way. Feels good, man. I mean, it's true because I started out as no one. Not that I'm someone right now, but I was no one. I didn't know shit. I just played the game, and I made friends. I made IRL friends. So I made some friends online that I spent my New Year's with, and then I made more friends that came to my birthday. Meow.
I'm sorry, he was gonna get the dog.
And then Freshness. I became friends with Freshness, and Freshness came to my birthday with some other friends as well. And I managed to go to these LAN events. I managed to make friends online and play games with them, create these memories. I never expected to have people talk about me sometimes, like make some montages about me playing some weird gorilla, you know. It's just so fun. It's so great experiencing all this. I never expect people to watch me do stupid stuff and tell them to shut the fuck up because they're annoying. I don't expect that, you know. It's just like, why are they even watching me? And it's just extremely, insanely hype. I love everything about it, and I'm really grateful for everything. And yeah, I honestly am extremely grateful. I think everyone here is grateful. I think every streamer is grateful. I hope so.
Yep.
And then we made a lot of happy memories. Thank you for joining me and talking about Overwatch and streaming. It was fun.
Joining you on the #1 podcast on Twitch.
One day, I'll have Jeff Kaplan on here. One day, you're gonna see.
One day.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'll DM him. I was like, oh my god, Bogur invited me to his podcast. I can't believe it. Yeah, thanks guys. Did you enjoy the podcast? Thank you.
Yeah, it was a good podcast.
Thanks. It was I didn't even prepare anything. I just talked.
Yep.
Like a professional podcaster.
Like any professional content creator. I didn't prepare anything. I just talked. It was good. I think it worked. I think you had fun. I hope.
Yeah, we had fun. We're talking for ML7 as well. We both had fun.
You both had fun.
Yeah.
Deep inside, you're like, oh my god, I can finally go back to Overwatch ranked. Oh my god, I can't wait.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, and fun Bogur later.
Okay. Thank you guys. I hope you have a nice day. Appreciate it.
Have a nice day too.